Welcome guys. So several people have asked me how I set up my chart, what am I looking for, and what studies do I use. So I'm going to explain that in this video. So let's get to it guys. Now I like my charts very plain and simple. I feel that there's a lot going on. It would just deter me from actually seeing the chart and what's going on with the company. So keeping it simple has been working great for me, and that's my overall style. So the first thing let's go over is the overall chart. I use the 1 year daily candlestick. So every candlestick is 1 day and the overall picture is for 1 year. Now, once in a while, I'll use the 10-minute candlestick. It's really rare, but I don't make any decisions with that. All my decisions come from the 1 year daily candlestick. Next up, we have the 4-day exponential moving average. Now don't get that confused with the simple moving average. Make sure you look at the exponential. Now that runs really tight with the candlesticks, and it doesn't tell me much until I put the 9-day exponential moving average. Then the 4-day tells me a whole lot, because once that crosses over the 9-day exponential moving average, that's my time to buy. And if it stays above it, then that's my time to hold. And once it crosses under the 9-day exponential moving average, that's my time to sell. Or if I see it that it keeps staying under the 9-day, I do not go into that stock until it starts turning around and being over the 9-day exponential. So if I have each one just by themselves, it doesn't tell me much because they're so close to the actual candlestick. But when I put them together, it tells me a whole lot. And I use these to almost perfection, guys. It helps me out so much. How did I find these? It was just a trial and error with a lot of exponential moving averages, a lot of simple moving averages, just mixing and matching to see what worked best for me. And this one so far has worked wonders for me, and I trust it very much. And I also have a few more. I also use the 50-day simple moving average. Now keep in mind I said simple versus these that I said exponential. Now because so many people use this, it tends to be a support or resistance on the chart. So I focus on that a lot as well. Now sometimes I'll use it for a time to sell if it breaks through that support, or a possible time to buy if it breaks through that resistance. So I don't use this as much as the exponential moving averages, but it's more of a, just to see how the overall stock is doing. Now the 200-day simple moving average is one of my favorites, because if it's moving down, I don't even look at that company. I move on to the next one. So that's the first thing I look at. If this is trending up, then I'm interested, and then I start looking at everything else. But if it's trending down, it's saying I just go on to the next one. Now the same as a 50, a lot of people are looking at this one. So it tends to work the same way as the 50. But it just tells you the overall how the company is doing. So once in a while, I'll use that also to buy or sell. And I'll first thing, make sure that it's trending up. And as for studies, I only use 3 because I like to keep it nice and simple, guys. With the first one being volume. Now, if the average volume is less than 1 million, I usually don't like to trade those companies, but I'll still take a look at it. Now, if it's trading less than 150,000, I won't touch that company. I won't trade it just because I don't feel comfortable with it. But volume is very important, guys. You got to see what's going on with that company on a daily basis. All right, next up, we got Stochastic Slow. Now, I changed the standard view on this one a little bit. I changed the K period to 14 and the D period to 1. Do not ask me why I did this because I don't know. I know I was just messing around with it, changing the figures, and for some reason I kept it this way and it's been working great for me. So ever since then I won't use anything else but this one. It just works perfect for my style. Now a lot of people like to use it a little differently. So I like to use it when it's been oversold and dipping back up. So once it crosses that 20 mark, I'm paying attention. Once it hits the overbought, above the 80, I know some people like to buy it there. I don't. I personally don't. I don't feel comfortable at that point. So I won't look at a company at that point. So I like to look at it when it's between the 20 and the 80. And last, we got the volume weight MACD. Now don't get that confused with the regular MACD. This one is the volume weight MACD. So this one, it's more of a reference. I don't use it that much. I just kind of use it to see where the overall trend is going. So in the momentum. But I do pay attention to it. You know, if I see this aligned with that aligned and everything and the exponential moving average is aligned, then I'm really interested in the company. But I don't put that much emphasis on the MACD. I do though put on the Stochastic Slow. Well, there you have it, guys. My top secret chart technical analysis. So please, please, please don't tell anybody. This is top secret. Just kidding, guys. YouTube, anybody can watch this. But if you don't have your chart set up in any way, I highly recommend that you do. It tells you so much without telling you words. It tells you the story of that company. So I highly recommend that. And you can copy me or you can copy somebody else and just tweak it to where you feel comfortable or where you feel you have an edge. That's what I've done. My entire chart is not something that I just created out of nothing. I got it from a lot of people and I just combined it in different ways. And then I tweaked it here and there. And right now I feel comfortable with what I have. I might change it tomorrow because I'm always, you know, trying to get an extra edge. So you never know. You might change it today and then tomorrow. I've changed it so many times and I've, you know, spent so many hours, numerous hours, guys, you know, tweaking it up. So I highly encourage that. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So please leave a comment down below. Now, since you're already down there, make sure you click the like and the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Ciao.